Hello and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica, and this show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is Tuesday, the 19th of October. It is good to be with you. I got this really cool question in the A VO's Journey Facebook group, so I thought that I would go ahead and just talk briefly about it because I know for me, it has been a life changer. And the question is, where do I go to get effects, music, etc., to use for my voiceover business? Okay. The reality is that, we, especially the more independent we come, we need to have like a go-to place for sound effects, a go-to place for background music and background tracks, right? A go-to place for radio imaging material like sweepers and bumpers and stingers, oh my, that kind of stuff, right? So, there are a lot of different places out there, and I think there is, one aspect that, kind of always separates them, and that is one is free, are there free ones, and then there are there ones that are paid. And of course there are paid ones and there are free ones, but the reality is that, you want something that's going to give you a leg up, if you will, or not a leg up, but you want something that's going to be reliable, that's going to be able to give you what you're looking for. So, for example, a free version that's really good to use if you're just beginning and want the bare minimum is like the YouTube library. So if you go to YouTube, and you go to your YouTube studio, right, because you just create a YouTube account, it's free. And once you go to your YouTube studio, there is a place where it calls the library, and you go to the library, and that gives you all sorts of free music, background music that you can use and stuff, but you're still, it's very limited, of course, and there, you're not going to have a really wide selection of stuff. But that's a great place to start, but it will be limited, okay? But it's all free. Now, the place that I recommend, I'm going to show you here, I recommend using Storyblocks, and using their music section, okay? I pay for it. I have the monthly thing, and I'm not... Actually, I don't get anything, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't get anything for recommending this to you because I'm not like an affiliate or anything with Storyblocks, so I just love them and I use it a lot. They've got a lot of stuff, not just audio. They got images. They've got a movie maker, which is really cool, which I go in another time. But I just want to talk about like the music and the sound effects. They have a lot of great music and sound effects, and it's very simple to download. And these are great. The only downside that I found with using Storyblocks is that on occasion, now let me pull back. On occasion, there seems to be like when you use a piece of music and somebody will upload it to YouTube, they might get flagged for it being, copyrighted material. Do you know what I mean? And, my only thought behind that is that, other people, because it's so free, I mean, it's not free, you pay for it, but because so many people are using it, that someone's already claimed, copyright status on it, or somebody's using, do you know what I'm saying? So it's become like already, the way YouTube looks at it, it's copyright, even though it's not. Does that make sense? So there's that issue. Now, one other site that I do recommend is called Envato Elements. Basically it is another site. Here, let me see if I turn this around for you. It's another site that I use, I pay for, and it's got, royalty-free audio tracks, and it's got sound effects. It's got all kinds of stuff, templates and everything. It's called Envato Elements. Again, I pay for it, but this is another great one. But the thing about this one is when I go to download something, it brings up to create a license to use it. So I've got to create a license to use this. Does that make sense? And I think that helps. Sometimes I've never had any issue come back for Envato Elements on, the a YouTube channel or something saying that I couldn't use this. Okay. So, that's something that, is also a really, to think about when you're purchasing your stuff. And remember too, that there is monthly purchase than there is a yearly purchase. You're always going to pay less for the year, but it's always going to be more. So that's just something to think about. Like I said, I really like Storyblocks because it's very easy to use and it's a lot of good stuff. Plus, they have a movie maker. Envato Elements is fantastic. You're going to get a lot more upbeat, like not upbeat, but recent things through Envato Elements as well. There's a lot of stuff on Envato Element. I mean, I like both of them together, but of course they cost money. So if I had to pick one or the other, I would definitely use Storyblocks. Also, I did want to give you a free tip, a great place that I use actually, even though I pay for all this for pictures, and that's Pixabay. I mean, just on a side note, if you're looking for pictures, for thumbnails or stuff for your website or anything like that, Pixabay.com, Pixabay, is a great place. It's free. All of it's free, and their photos are fantastic. I use Pixabay a lot as well for photos and things when I'm making stuff. So anyways, I hope this has helped you today in finding the place where you can find sound effects and background tracks and background music for your audio. All right, thank you guys for watching. Talk to you later. Goodbye.